Greg from accounting just watched this year's raise disappear into rent yet again. And that's why I want to show you something most make money gurus make way too complicated. And it's that you don't need a huge audience to build a real second income. You need about 100 people paying you $50 for one useful thing you already know how to do. And that's it. 100 people, not a giant agency, not a team, and not some seven-figure dream that eats all of your life. Because $5,000 a month isn't magic. It's 100 people times $50. And I'm not guessing here. My recurring income peaked at $5,098.92 a month using this exact kind of model. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying it because I used to think making money online had to be way bigger and way more complicated than what it is. It doesn't. It starts with one skill, one problem, and one small thing people can buy. And no, this isn't fast money, but it's money that doesn't have to reset every single month. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 steps starting from zero. And stay until the end because the move that takes you from $3,000 to $5,000 is the one that most people skip. And it's not more hustle. Before we get into the first step, 2 quick things. First, if you want the free worksheet that goes with this video, it's at notes.platformproof.com. Drop in your email and I'll send you the worksheet for this video plus the worksheets for the other videos too. Go grab it when you're ready. And second, drop a comment and tell me where you're starting from. Are you starting from zero right now, or do you already have a little coming in? I actually read all of these comments, and it helps me to know where you're starting from. And look, this is basically the bigger brother of my $3,000 a month video. It's the same idea, just one step further. Now, $5,000 a month sounds like it has to be big, right? We're talking about an agency, a team, a huge audience, and a whole bunch of moving parts. But it doesn't. The path is smaller than most people think. Step 1 is the one most people skip, and it's also the one you're most likely stuck on. It's one product built from a skill you already have. Not a random product, not some trend you saw on TikTok, but a skill you already use in real life. It's a thing 3 coworkers a week ask you about. It's the thing you explain for free all the time without even thinking about it. Now you've stopped seeing it as a skill because it's easy for you. But that's exactly why it can be so valuable. Easy for you doesn't mean easy for everyone else. To the person one step behind you, that obvious thing might save them hours, mistakes, or a whole weekend. And if you tried a side hustle before and it flopped, I don't think that means that you're bad at it. It just might mean that you picked the wrong thing. You were trying to win a game that paid you in views instead of actual dollars. Now, back in 2024, I sold a boring little Excel product and it made me $1,671. That product is retired now, so I'm not sending you to go buy it. I'm just showing you that because step 1 is real. One small product can work, and it can be much smaller than you think. And listen, when I ask what's really holding people back, the answer I always hear most is, I don't even know what to sell. That's what 51% of you said in a poll. So that's exactly what step 1 is built around. Finding the one skill you already have and turning it into one useful thing that people can buy. Let me tell you why this number isn't just a number for me. Back in 2014, my wife was a nurse, but that night she was the one in the ER experiencing pregnancy complication. We drove 2 miles there in complete silence. You know, the kind of quiet where you're both thinking the worst, but neither one of you want to say it out loud. They took her back for an ultrasound, and I sat in the ER room alone for about 15 minutes. But it felt like 6 hours, and I remember flipping through channels on TV I wasn't even watching. Then an aide wheeled her back in, and just making conversation, she looked at me and said, "You guys know you're having twins, right?" Yeah, we're having twins. And once the room stopped spinning, I did the other math right there in the plastic chair. My salary was about $48,000 at the time, and we were talking about 2 more car seats and a whole bunch of daycare. Everything doubled, and $48,000 wasn't going to stretch far enough for a family that had just doubled in size. But that wasn't the part that scared me the most. The part that scared me the most was realizing every dollar I made still depended on somebody else keeping me employed. One phone call from my boss and the income I was counting on could disappear overnight. And I remember sitting there thinking, I can't be one bad Tuesday away from not providing for these kids. Not anymore. That's the night I stopped chasing side hustles. I started needing something a company couldn't actually take away from me. And that's why the first step actually matters. The goal isn't to just make extra money. The goal is to own something small that can start paying you outside of a paycheck. So right about now, you're probably asking the obvious question. Okay, Alston, I've got a product. How does anyone actually find it? And that's step 2, and that's the part most gurus skip right past. You post a short video on your own channel answering the question people are already asking you. If you're the person everyone asks how to price a job, your video is simply how to price a job. And that's it, because the right person is already typing that question into the search bar. Your video doesn't need to make you famous, it just needs to make you findable. And that's a much smaller job. The first time I really saw this work, it wasn't some viral moment. I had posted one plain how-to video answering a question I'd answered 1,000 times. Weeks later, a guy I'd never met bought my thing at 11 at night. Then he left me a comment saying he found the video by searching the exact question. No big audience, no huge launch, just the right person finding the right answer at the right time. Then all you need is one clear link in the description, a pinned comment, or potentially both. A few people click, and then a few more people will buy. Now your channel is doing something more useful than just chasing views. It's helping the right person find the next step. Now here's the part that you can't ignore. A product nobody can find is almost the same as not having a product at all. That's where a lot of people quit. They build something useful, leave it sitting in a folder for a year, and then decide it didn't work. But the problem wasn't always the product. Sometimes the problem was just that nobody ever saw it. Slow is okay, but being invisible is the part that will actually kill you. So let's make this real. Step 3 is all about making your first $1,000 a month, and I want you to apply this to your current job. One of these is probably a lot closer than you realize. So let's say you're a contractor. You sell a $39 renovation estimate and client contract template to the guy who loses a whole weekend every time he sits down to bid a job. Or you drive a long haul truck. It's the same idea, but your product is a first 90-day guide for new drivers with login pages, routine planning examples, and the stuff nobody explains before they send you out on the road. Or maybe you're a marketing manager. You built 100 content calendars for your boss and never thought twice about it. So you package one into a small business content calendar and post template pack for the owner who stares at a blank screen every Monday. Maybe you're a loan officer. Now, this one's a little bit slower to build because you've got compliance to think about, but it might also be one of the stickiest ones on this list. You sell a first-time homebuyer prep checklist to the couple drowning in paperwork nobody ever explained to them. The documents they need, the mistakes to avoid, and the questions to ask before they get too far into the process. Or maybe you run a restaurant. You sell an opening checklist and scheduling system to the brand new manager unlocking the door alone at 6 a.m., sweating because he's not sure what he forgot. It's the same basic idea every time. Your exact job, one useful thing built from it, and one specific person who already needs it. And the math to $1,000 is smaller than it sounds in your head. You don't need 100 buyers yet. You just need a couple dozen people at $39 to get you to your first 1,000. And that's real income. And more importantly, it's income from something you actually own. And no, you don't quit your job to do this. There's no huge startup costs, and you're not blowing up your life to chase a side hustle. You can rough out your first version on your lunch break while your paycheck still covers the bills. And that's the really important part. You're building one small asset from a skill you already have. But here's a trap, and it's the one that almost took me out for good. Making your first $1,000 feels amazing, but it doesn't make you safe yet. Because for years, this is exactly where I got stuck. I'd have an okay month, feel a little hope, and then the first of the month would hit again. Now every dollar would reset, and I would be back to starting over with brand new people from the bottom every single month. And I'd sit there in twins with daycare, a mortgage, and the same fear I had in that ER chair. And honestly, I started to wonder if I'd missed my shot. Because the real question was never just, how do I make $5,000 one time? The real question was, how do I build something that can keep coming back next month? It's not magic, not money for doing nothing, but income that doesn't make you start from zero every 30 days. And that's step 4. That's the one most people skip. And it's the one thing that finally broke the cycle for me. Now, watch this. Now, the whole thing starts with step 1. And step 1 gets really hard if you don't name the thing you'd actually sell. So if you're sitting there thinking, Alston, I still don't know what to sell. I get it. That's the number one thing I hear from most people. And that's why I built the Finder. It's a simple 2-minute quiz that helps you look at what you already do, who you could help, and the kind of small product to make that makes sense. It's just $17 one time. It's not a free worksheet or a lead magnet. And I built it to help you get unstuck on the product idea itself, not to give you another thing to download and to never use. So if step 1 is where you're stuck, the first link in the description will help you out. Go grab it when you're ready. Then come back here, because step 4 is the part that takes this from one-time sales to income that can come back every single month. So here's the move I told you to stay for. And I'll warn you, it sounds too simple until you understand what it's actually doing. The jump from $3,000 to $5,000 isn't always more work. A lot of times it's taking the one-time product and adding a reoccurring layer on top of it. That's step 4. You take the thing people already bought and you ask, what would help them again next month? That's where the $50 a month version starts to make sense. It's not a brand new business every time. It's a useful monthly layer that's built on top of the thing people already wanted. For example, the contractor sells monthly template updates as prices, materials, and local rules change. The trucker sells a fresh route planning and logbook pack every single month. The marketing manager drops a new content calendar every month. The loan officer sends updated homebuyer checklists, document reminders, and market notes as long as everything stays compliant. The restaurant manager runs a private ops group with new checklists, opening systems, and scheduling help each month. It's the same idea, it's just a different job. And the math is really simple. 100 people paying you $50 a month is $5,000 a month. It's not 10,000 people, and it's not 1 million followers. It's just 100 people who want the help badly enough to keep paying for it. Now, obviously, people can cancel. You still have to keep giving them a reason to stay. But this is where the model starts to feel different, because now you're not starting over from zero every single month. My recurring income peaked at $5,098.92 a month. That was the number that finally made me feel like I was getting off the treadmill. And my best single month with digital products was $8,407.95. So for me, $5,000 a month wasn't some fantasy number. It was a step on the way to something I'd already seen work. And over the years, selling products I own, I've made about $176,000 in lifetime revenue. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that so you know that this isn't just more theory. And I still remember the first month one of those renewals hit my account while I was off doing something else. After years of calling back from zero on the first, I just stared at my phone because it felt different. It wasn't a new sale I had to chase from scratch. It was someone I'd already helped deciding to stay another month. And that's when I understood why recurring income changes the whole game. Now picture what that means for you. Do you remember that Tuesday I was scared of back when I was sitting in that ER chair? You know, the one where my boss could pull away my whole income with just one phone call? Now let's flip it. It's a Tuesday and your phone buzzes. A $50 renewal comes in from someone you helped months ago. Yeah, you still have to serve them and you still have to keep the product worth paying for, but for the first time, you're not starting the month from nothing. That's the Tuesday I was chasing. And here's the part that still gets me. Keeping those 100 people can feel calmer than chasing new ones every single month, because selling to 100 brand new strangers every month is exhausting. But 100 people who already know you, trust you, and get value from your first thing, that's a little different. You're not rebuilding the whole business from scratch every 30 days. You're taking the thing they already bought and keeping it useful. Now that might mean updates, it might mean templates, checklists, examples, or support that they get every month. So the bigger number, the $5,000, can actually become the calmer one. Not because it's easy and not because people don't cancel, but because you're not starting from zero every time the calendar flips. You know, the calm I was chasing in that ER chair back in 2014, step 4 is where I finally started to feel it. The skill you stop seeing as a skill is the one. That's the one you should be selling. And that number Greg was refreshing at the start, the one he couldn't control, now it's a number he has some ownership over. And he's not just waiting on a raise a company can hand him once a year. He's building one small thing that can keep paying him outside of his paycheck. That's the shift I want you to make. So watch this video next. It's the step right below this one called If I Had to Make $3,000 a Month from Zero. This video is the bigger version. That one is the quick starter. Watch it next because it'll help you see the first move more clearly. It's right there on your screen. And comment Proof Builder if you stayed until the end and you're done waiting for someone else to give you permission, because the skill you already have might be the thing you've been overlooking this entire time. And after that, I'm dropping 5 boring but profitable skills you can sell in 2026. So if you still don't know what your first step is, that's the one to watch. Now go build the damn thing. Quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. Nothing I share here guarantees you'll make money. And nothing here should be taken as financial, legal, or business advice. Most people who try to make money online don't end up making consistent income. Your results will depend on your idea, your execution, your audience, your offer, and a lot of factors outside of this video. So please do your own research, use your own judgment, and don't spend money you can't afford to lose.